I don't think I've ever shared this before, but this is what pulled me into the spiritual world. For the longest time, I felt like I didn't know who I actually was, so I tried to become everything. And I wanted to be like a paralegal, a wedding planner, a baker. I worked at a bank, I worked in operations. I tried so many different paths. And I was drawn to all these paths, but none of them were me. I felt like I was searching for myself in careers. And when I met my first mentor in 2021, she told me something that absolutely shook me. She said I was a medium too. At first, I didn't really know what to think, but I then started reflecting back on my childhood, and there were a lot of signs. I was terrified of the dark. I had night terrors. I saw things. I had wildly vivid dreams. And I was 5 years old asking my parents about death. And on top of all this, I absorbed everyone and their mother's emotions. In high school, my anxiety and depression got so intense. I ended up in psych wards a couple times. I didn't know how to protect my own energy. And I wasn't crazy, I was just extremely overwhelmed. So I started mentorship in 2021, learned about my abilities, started my business. But I didn't want that life. I didn't want to be different. I wanted to be normal. So I shut my business down and got a 9 to 5 normal job, but the call did not go away. In 2023, I reopened my business and then shut it down again. But in 2024, something shifted. I hadn't been actively practicing, but major experiences started happening again. And I finally realized I cannot ignore this any longer. So in 2025, I reopened my business for real. I got another mentor. I started doing deep work on myself. I realized I wasn't lost all those years. I was resisting who I've always been. And the more I tried to fit into something normal, the more disconnected I felt. Coming into the spiritual world for me wasn't a trend, and it wasn't an aesthetic. It was surrender. If you've ever felt different or overwhelmed, like you didn't quite fit into the life you're trying to build, maybe you're not broken. Maybe you're being called into something deeper and you don't have to answer it all at once.